Hello, good evening. I would like to welcome you to the Ramchal series. So when every week we are checking that portion of the week, and we're starting with Bereshit, the first book and the first chapter of it. So, and here only we are going through according to the ideas of the Ramchal. So basically, you need to go over the whole portion, and then these additional insights is going to be very inspiring. So let's see the first book. And here it goes about Bereshit. So basically, God created both the physical and the spiritual worlds. And the physical world basically mirrors the spiritual one. According to the saying, what it says, as above, so below. So Hashem reveals himself to mankind through this order, so system. This is what we experience. So what we can learn out of this? What is the order? What is the system? This is what we have to acknowledge. So first, basically, the manifestation in the higher realms, it's happening, and then it's going to follow by the physical world. So we have to put basically our milestones, what we do with desire, what we dream of, and basically we visualize and develop all these, and the physical success aligns with this corresponding from the higher level to our ground, our physicality. Okay. So it's good that you are dreaming and you're putting out there in a high sense, and then later on is the first seed, how we are doing right now in this Bereshit, and then you later on you're going to end up manifesting those goals of the higher realm to the lower one. I will provide later on more examples from the creation of the certain example, the certain pattern that we're going to follow is to look up how the system, how the world operates. So, and that we are also, we have to observe the three units, the right, left, and central column. This is what we're going to check on different topics. Here we have, firstly, we have the attributes of Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet. So the upper three Sefirot. So in this observation of the triad, we need these three components. And also we can see it, this pattern in the body, and also in the soul, and also with the spiritual system. So all of these are the reflections of the light. So here in the body, what we can see, so the physical body of mankind is the pinnacle of creation. So how do we know that? It was ultimately created as the most perfect creation. This is the humankind, because all the world was already created, and humans were placed the last piece. So, and according to it, we are separating, digesting it. We have in the body, we have, for instance, that we are dealing with the head. Also over there, we have the upper part, the right ear, the left ear, and the central, the nose and the mouth. So the body itself is also consisting of these three units, right, left, and central. These are the genital areas. So we all the time we have this triad of three units. Also we have two lungs. We have certain things that we have double right and left sided, and also we have some things that also we have only one unit. So also on the liver we have on the right, the spleen is on the left, and the stomach is in the center. This is about digestion. So this similar system is found in the creation. When we have this Vayichi Boker, that was the right attribute of Chesed. Vayichi Erev. We have Boker of the morning, that it was created by He Erev, the evening. This is the left attribute of Gvura. And then Yom Echad. So it was one unit of the day that is about Yom Echad. It's the Tiferet, is the balance that we can see. Those 3 units we can see according to the creation of one day. And then later on, this pattern goes through also about the patriarchs. So here we have Abraham, this is related to Chesed, Yitzchak to Gvura, and Jacob to Tiferet. Also in the Midrashim, we find that Yitzchak represents the evening, Abraham the morning, and Jacob is about the afternoon. Yitzchak is judgment, Abraham is about the constant giving, and Jacob is about mercy, that all within that. Similarity also, these 3 triads we can find in the months, that we find Nisan is about Chesed, Iyar is Gvura, and Sivan is Tiferet. This is, if we are going according to the Hebrew calendar. And also, okay, we have multiple times, if we have 12 months, we have Tammuz, it's about Chesed, Av about Gvura, and Elul about Tiferet, the balance. Also, we have another set. Tishrei is about Chesed, Cheshvan about the Gvura, Kislev about Tiferet. And also, lastly, we have Tevet, it's Chesed, Shvat, it's Gvura, and Adar, it's Tiferet, the balance. Okay, as I mentioned, as above, so below. So God created the physical and spiritual worlds, and the physical is mirroring the spiritual world. And here is about Yeshaya. Af yadai yesda eretz veyaminei tiftach shmanim kore ani elechem yamdu yachad. Yea, my hand that laid the foundation of the earth, and my right and hath spread out the heavens. When I call unto them, they stand up together. So this is the 3 minutes that we can see also according to later on the creation. And this system can be followed up by the following. So we have the sky that is representing the heaven, the Shemayim. It is the chesed of the giving, the right column. Then we have the land, okay, that symbolizing the dry earth corresponds to Gvura, that is the left column. And the air represents the balance between the 2, that is Tiferet. So the elements that compose the world are similar. Water corresponds to the right, fire to the left, and wind to the middle, the balancing, the Tiferet. So Hashem revealed the order of the world, which is based on Chesed. So he manifested that Chesed, kindness, is the foundation of creation. So this is the order of the world as expressed in the phrase, Ki chefetz chesed hu, for he desires kindness. So kindness, it is something that we also have to be practicing. The expression of Yom Echad, when we have in the Bereshit, one day, refers to the unified one, the one who desires Chesed. So this expression allows a day when Almighty is uniting with his attribute of Chesed, serving as an example of the creation. Okay, so if we are really copying all the time, we have to practice the Chesed. Also, in other parts of the body, we have also, on the arm, we have 5 fingers. There are 5 forms of Chesed. The word or light is found 5 times, correlating with the 5 types of Chesed. So Chesed is the act of giving, while Gvura is basically the outcome of the act of giving. And on the second day, there is a separation between these upper waters and the lower waters. So we find these opposites. ויאמר אלוקים יקבו המים מתחת השמיים אל מקום אחד ותראה היבשה ויהי כן. And God said, let the water under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. Initially, the entire land was covered with water, representing the the abundance of influence from the spiritual realms. So this situation posed a technical deadlock, as the creation was unable to survive with such abundance. So it is too much good, and the pure chesed, it's not ideal, okay, so at all. So everything was overwhelmed by the kindness. So therefore, the contraction occurred, and the lack was introduced. Okay, so we have to feel, sense the lack in order to act with this kindness. So the dry areas symbolizing a gura acted as block to ensure the survival of the world. Okay, so lack is also something very important that we have to deal. So this duality between chesed, giving, and lack, and also what we find according to the creation, the dry areas and the abundance is necessary. For instance, a great flood is represented, um, overabundance can be unhealthy, and some rain it is such beneficial, but in excess is not. So whatever takes place in the lower world alludes to similarity occurrence in the spiritual world, as above, so below. Okay, this is what the phrase says. And in the endless world and in the endless light, existence became scalar to allow the survival we know today. We have this Chesed, Gvura, and Tiferet. According to the creation, water represents the light, and dry land represents the vessels containing the light. So having too much influence leads to overabundance, and Tiferet introduces resistance. So Hesed is the water symbolizing abundance, while Gura represents the restraint of the abundance, the dry land. For example, like Gehenom, hell, was created on the second day, so was associated with the Gura, with the judgment. So first is Chesed, and the second day is judgment. During this time, the phrase "Kito" for its good, it is not mentioned. Okay, but on the third day of the creation, when the Gvura was combined with Chesed, Kitov signifies go completion of this whole work. So this three-column system that I'm explaining you, showing basically the order of the world. So Tiferet represents the plants, the crops, the embodying balance, and the ability to regenerate from it. So let's delve into the three columns in details to understand their essence. The left column represents the desire to receive the light of the Creator. Through this reception, we can reveal Him. So some deny receiving from the Creator, thinking that they are solely in control of their events. Disconnecting from the light is akin to spiritual basically that is a spiritual suicide. Um, so it was about the left column, and the right column is the desire to share, mirroring the creator's nature of Chesed. To receive, one must first to give. So people leading towards the right column might struggle to receive because they have difficulty acknowledging their self-worth. Okay, so these people that they're constantly giving, they don't like to receive because they have the nature of giving. So the central column is about restriction. It allows one to choose either from the right or the left column. So that is harmony, that is peace, balance. By maintaining this inner peace, individuals can take positives from both sides. So seeing beyond restriction enables a person to become a creator. However, this involves temporary to let go, so restriction acts as a force that purifies negativity from our desire. And now we're going to proceed in another topic that about creation of female and male that is mentioned in the Bereshit. ויברא אלוקים את האדם בצלמו, בצלם אלוקים ברא אותו, זכר ונקבה ברא אותם. And God created a man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. So male and female serve as the giver and the receiver in this case. So even trees and grass could have the aspect of male and female. So angels also be categorized as givers or receivers. So we have these two types. The entire creation can be determined as male or female energy forms. Relationships are crucial for mankind. They are all craving for each other. So why it is happening? Basically, man and woman, they were once like one soul in the upper realms. When they were born into this reality and physicality, uh, the spiritual unit, they get separated, but the soul remembers this unification. So these memories that they have in this previously one was born are what we discover when we find each other. So this is something very particular. We feel that we already know this person. Another interesting point is that in the animal kingdom, we find separate male and female individuals, but only in humans we do see that once it was united, the spiritual entity reunites. In humanity, intellect and free will are unique. We find them only here. So the animal kingdom operates from instinctual behavior. So it's something very different, and obviously that uh, humans are much more special and unique. Uh, and if we are in a desperate search for our lost other half, after all, if a man has no counterpart, he is only a half person. Every relationship we had in the spiritual aspect, there is spiritual explanation for why we maintain connections with these people that are around us. On a spiritual level, we were once one. So Hashem, who created the neshamot, knows who belongs to him. Okay? ויקרא האדם את שם אשתו חווה כי היווה הייתה אם כל חי. And the man called his wife named Eve because she was the mother of all living. The name of the male and female unity is Adam, that has a numerical value of 45, okay, adding up by Aleph 1, Dalet 4, and Mem 40. That they makes up Adam, which also is the same value as the name of Hashem written out, the Yud K Vav K. So Adam, that he understood that Hava were meant to be a physical representation, so co-creators like Hashem. So Adam representing the Chesed, the kindness, wanted to use the simple meaning of the name of God, that is Yud K Vav K, with the value of 26. So Hava as the counterpart complements with the judgment and Gvura, with the value of how do we write Chava is a Het 8, Vav 6, and Hey 5. So if we take out from the name of Adam, Aleph, Dalet, Mem, we take off Chava, that we arrive to 26. Okay, so here Adam was 45. Then we take off Chava, we arrive to 26. That is, so Adam lacks Chava, which is the tetragrammaton. Meaning that together they are forming the unity. So female and male, so those neshamot, they reunite. This is one unite. So the Torah states that the reason for calling Chava by the name because she became the mother of all living. So why is this additional explanation is necessary for us? It would have been better if she had been named of Chaya, meaning mother of the living, instead of Chava. Okay, Chaya is Chet Yud Hey, and Chava is Chet Vav Hey. So, despite the word being related to life, Adam Harishon, the first man, was highly knowledgeable and had great wisdom. He knew in advance that the feminine aspect is associated with the Sphira of Gura. So even before the commission of the original sin of the Garden of Eden. So this is related to the numerical value of 19 which is the value of the name of creator. So in the word Chaya, instead of the Yud, there's a Vav Chava, how we write Chava. This Yud, basically, that we have in the name word Chaya, is going to meet another person later on in this portion to Chayim. Okay, this Yud is going for his name. They're going to be adding up, so that after he killed his brother Abel, that he basically could stay alive. He had to be died on that spot. Okay, so this Yud helped him to be alive. So this was for today. Thank you for so much, and see you next week. Bye bye.